Get ready with me while I tell you the real cost of a barrel race in Vegas. I'm gonna tell you what it actually costs to go to a 3-day barrel race in a different state. First things first is stalls. You have to pay for stalls, and they're usually anywhere between $150 or $250. Mine here in Vegas were $185 for 3 days. Then feed. If you don't haul your own feed from your house, you're gonna have to buy some. Tractor Supplies or local suppliers sometimes deliver, and it usually runs $15 to $30 depending on what you're getting. Don't forget medication. Some horses need bute and other things like that, and that can run anywhere from $100 to $300 depending on what medications. Now, entry fees. This one hurts. For a 3-day race, you're looking at $300 on the low end, and it can go all the way up to $1,000, even more. And you're already spending so much, you might as well throw in an extra $50 for a side pot, hoping you can win some money back. Fuel is honestly like $50 to God knows how much, depending on where you're coming from. Next up is where you're staying. For me, this weekend, I stayed in a hotel. They had a discount for riders, but it came out to a little bit over $550. And food, don't forget you have to eat. You're eating breakfast, lunch, and dinner out here. That adds up fast. And of course, the fun part, impulsive buys. Walking to Tractor Supply, or most importantly, the vendors at the races. Tell me how you're not gonna buy something for your horse. A 3-day race like this, you're definitely in the thousands when you start adding it up. Barrel racing is definitely no joke, but it's totally worth it if you have a great horse. Even if you don't, you're doing it just for fun. You can of course go to the smaller races. But if you have a great horse, you're doing good, or you have a business out of it, or you're getting profit somehow, it's definitely worth it. And if that profit is your happiness, that's totally fine. Don't go broke doing this. Last thing, a little lip and some gloss. Don't say I didn't tell you it was expensive.
Here's 10 things that I've learned about horses and horse riding ever since I started. Number 1 is that the horse community is so mean. That's why all my horse riding friends, they're like, yeah, Adeline, this is why we post photos and not videos. Because people can be so judgmental. Number 2 is that horses are extremely intuitive. They can really pick up on your emotions. If you're anxious, the horse is anxious. If you're calm, the horse is calm. Number 3 is riding involves your entire body. When you look at horse riders, they make it look so easy, like they're not really doing anything. But it's like your posture, your legs, and your core. After this lesson, I was sweating, and you don't realize how much of a workout it is. Number 4, using your legs properly can guide the horse more effectively than actually using the reins. Number 5, it takes time to build trust with your horse. Number 6, horses are herd animals, so they feel more comfortable around other horses. Number 7, there's lots of different gaits, so there's not just walking and trotting. There's a walk, trot, canter, and gallop. I've only ever gone up to cantering. I'm still learning here, okay? Number 8, every single horse has a different personality. They have their own temper, preferences, and quirks. They're like big dogs, basically. Number 9, horses love routine. Riding and grooming them consistently helps build trust with them. I definitely feel like over the months, my horse has warmed up to me, which makes me so happy. And number 10, they're just babies. They get spooked over the everything, over the tiniest things, over like a garbage bag flying in the wind. They're just babies. And I've loved horse riding so far.
Hey guys, we're about to go horse riding. We've arrived! You know, part 2. I'm so nervous. Anyway, this is the boot. Sticky. Horse riding pants are like the ultimate wedgie, going straight up there, no breathing room, and there's a front seam. Just picture that. Don't picture that.
This is Stella. You would have met her last time.
Oh! It's like my dog. You know, it's crazy that this horse has surrounded this place. Imagine it was the purge. I know that they'd come straight for me. Dude, seriously, I don't want to get buffed. This is the pro, Ella. I'm in the firing range of getting kicked.
Like, doesn't she like meat? Like brisket or something?
Yeah, she smells like brisket. She smells like she's been on the spit.
You know what I mean? Like,
it's fucking putrid. Smell it. Why do hooves smell like that?
because she stabs it.
No, that smells actually. That I've never smelt that smell before.
I can still.
It's wafting. It is my turn to ride.
Okay, Georgia's ready to get on.
It's Big G's turn.
Stella's in a... Yep, right, yep. Like it natural. Being ready for round 2 is to trot. And as I said before, major PTSD. A different direction now. Georgia's gonna do a jump and it's gonna be great. Just remember to hold on to the mane. Yeah, that's it.
Dude, there's nothing to hold on to. she can jump that. That's huge. Oh my gosh! That is wild. Congrats.
What does the sign say, Eva?
This is everything I did at the barn on Thursday. I started my morning with a lesson on Etna. I posted a lot about this lesson already, but it was seriously another amazing lesson. I feel like she's such an unconventional, unique horse, but it just works so well with me. And then I got on Kavichi. He was also amazing. Someone commented on a video of him that it's so cool that he makes space for himself before the jumps. And it's so true, he totally does, which is going to be awesome in the ring, I'm sure. His stride is also massive, which you can see here. Then I got on Ingmar. It was really nice to have another school like this before our big show coming up next week. And I think I'm going to jump him again on Sunday, like a real show course, just to see if there's anything that we need to work on there. And then I also posted a lot about this lesson, but it was not my best. I wasn't riding my best. But I'm happy we got to work on the things that we needed to work on before the big show next week. And then I just ended the day by flatting Staka. She was a little bit fresh again, but good. Horse show day in Wellington vlog. So I wanted to participate in one of the pre-circuit shows because I haven't shown in a while. Threw on a jacket, hopped in my golf cart. This was around 7 a.m. The sunrise was beautiful as I was driving through the farm areas. Then I got onto the golf cart path that connects to the horse show. I'm excited. The last time I showed was in Blowing Rock in July, and then before that was last WEF. So I went and watched my trainer Brady jump my mom's horse Groovy in one of the jumper classes while I was waiting for my adult amateur hunters to begin. Chris and Cassidy came to support me. I loved Cass's little fit. And then I got to get on Gatsby. He was so cute. He's all excited, looking handsome, ready to show, doing some weird stuff with his tongue. But after I did the under saddle, I had a break because I was going later, so I grabbed a iced latte. Here I am. I think I mentioned this, but this is the 3-foot adult hunters. I used to do the 3'3" amateurs a bunch, and I miss doing handies, but I'm easing back into it right now. I'm excited and happy overall with my riding, considering I've only shown Gatsby a few times since he was my sister's old junior horse. And I was abroad and then wrapping up college, so it was just kind of like chaotic and like
I'm finally getting to learn him and ride him, so I'm still figuring him out. My trainer said the jumps were a 90, so, you know, next time we'll hopefully get one of those scores. LOL. But then we brought Sweet Gatsby back to the farm. Here he was coming off the trailer. He's like, what's up, dude? Like, get me out of here. I just love being able to spend time with the horses. I'm so grateful. I'm starting a new job pretty soon down here in Florida involving the horses, and it's kind of just like a dream come true. I can't wait. Also, please let me know what kind of equestrian content you guys would like to see, because that's super relevant to my new opportunity. And then I wanted to do a fun little equestrian fashion OOTD for you guys. I'm wearing a LaFash shirt, Equeline pants, boots are Fabri, and my show coat was from Winston. Oh, also my helmet is Sam Shield. Gotta take off that lunch lady hairnet. You know, the whole drill. But threw back on my P448s. Those are my go-to little horse show shoes. Carrot time. Went to feed my babies. Henry is my best boy. You know, he's living his life. Dirt on his nose. There's Gatsby. If you guys have been following along on my equestrian clips, I just film me feeding them carrots like pretty much every day, but they deserve it because they put up with me and they take me over jumps and they let me pet them, and yeah, they're just the best horses in the world. I'm so lucky. Gatsby is literally like a baby dragon when he eats carrots, if you can't tell. Pretty funny, but look how cute they are. Let me know what else you guys want to know. This was around 10 a.m. so very early horse show morning, and I'm about to head to the gym with my sister Cassidy. Have a great day and see you guys next time.
Wash my horse with me. Mad boy. Bucket. Soap. Baby oil for baby horse. Aqua. Rinse the dog. Offended dog. Rinse muddy foots. Lather the soap. Don't do this. Fudge. Dog all soapy. Wishy-washy the legs. Soapy the butt. More soap. Rinse the bum. Rinse body. Moisturize the booty. Squeegee. Pissed of donkey. All clean. Kissies. Huggies.
Frequently asked questions about my 42-year-old horse. I should have done this a while ago, but I'm getting to it now. First off, what's his name? Kiowa Chief. Chief for short. We also call him many other things like Snoutface, Chiefy McBeefy, the list goes on. Next one, how is he still alive? By not dying. Next one kind of ties into the last one on a more serious note. How long do horses normally live? 25 to 30 is the average depending on breed and care. However, it is not the max. Many have reached their 40s and even 50s, the oldest ever recorded being 62. Chief is half Oregon, half Arabian, both much longer living breeds than the average, so this is actually not as rare as you think. So the contributing factor to this thing existing for as long as he has are primarily breed and care. Next off, what are his teeth like? They are useless. He can no longer chew efficiently. Are you hanging your tongue out, you goober? You just refer to him as toothless at this point, even though he does technically have little nubs. He has little incisors and essentially no molars, but even those have little nubs. Essentially, he is long in the tooth. Next one also ties into the last one. How does he eat? He eats an all-mash diet of hay pellets and Renew Gold Senior. No medications, no supplements. The Renew Gold Senior is essentially every added nutrient that he needs on top of his forage base. I do have old, in-depth feed videos of his previous diet. It has since changed. I'll eventually get around to doing a new updated feed video. Lastly, where does he live? The mighty, majestic, glorious Northern California redwoods. I don't know if it has anything to do with his age, some whimsical Northern California fairy dust, I don't know. But I'd like to think that it does, because mental health is also very important. There are of course many more questions I could answer, so if you would like, I will do that. And there are a lot I have already answered in the past. They're on my profile and likely in his playlist, but that is the gist of this one.
Come with me to get the lorry packed ready for Heritage Championship Show. I've only got one pony going this week, so it's nice and easy, and of course it's the legend himself, Christopher. As I'm working a full day both Thursday and Friday, I thought tonight would be the best time to get everything packed. First up was rugs. My friend who's off to Hoys for the first time has been panic messaging me daily about what rugs to use. So here's what I'm packing for Christopher, knowing that he's freshly clipped with forecast rain and it's dropping to about 5 degrees. So we have a heavyweight turnout, a spare stable rug, fleece for
for layering. My trusty ride-on fleece rug that I've had for like 20 years. And yes, I really am that old. A rain sheet, show rug, my dry rug, and spare lycra bodysuit and hood, plus all the rugs that he's currently wearing. I know he won't need all of these, but it's good to have options, especially when you're 5 hours away from home. Then it was on to feeds. As it's only one pony, I make my life easy by measuring everything out into old supplement tubs. I also pop in his garlic, his Karma, and his joint supplements, so it's all ready to grab and go. I also fill one of the big tubs with dry mash, so I can just add water when we get there. As always, I've packed a little box with a few extra treats and other bits that I may or may not need. He's only got one class a day, and there's no way he'll want to go hand grazing in the rain, so this treat will keep him entertained. Though fair warning to my neighbours, Christopher doesn't do fun quietly. Next up was the grooming box. I've run out of so many things, and I'm literally scraping the bottom of each bottle, but I'm determined to use them up so I can justify a proper shopping spree at Hoy's. All that's left is to get the hay nets done on Friday and attempt to tackle some tack cleaning, which is my least favourite job, before we go. And hopefully I haven't forgotten anything. Now be honest, what's the worst thing you've forgotten when going to a show? I'll put mine in the caption, and trust me, it's gonna make you laugh.
She's good. She's a little peaky at some of the jumps. Is that normal for her? Oh no, she never looks at the jumps. She'll jump anything. Yeah, we're looking for a still learning amateur, so just has to be honest. She always jumps. Yeah, I like her. She just feels a little nervous. Could we come try her again tomorrow? Do you mind if I swap out the rails on one of these jumps? Oh, I guess so. Which one did you want to swap to? That bright yellow one over there. The yellow. Yeah, sure. Sure. Does that look good? Yeah. I think we're done here. Thank you, though. Yeah. I'll take her.
My new horse comes home today, and if you've been following me, you're probably wondering, didn't you just get a new horse 3 months ago? And the answer is, yes, I did. Let's talk about it. If you guys remember, I got my very first horse back in May, Bojack. I will insert a photo of him. Very handsome. I love that man to death. However, horses are very large, dangerous animals, and it is very normal to get a horse and not necessarily click. And that's not good for the horse, and it's not good for the human. Bojack is a performance horse that needed a much harder program than what I had him on, and so I actually ended up gifting him to one of my friends who rodeos on him all the time, and they are like a match made in heaven. But after searching for the last few months, my friend who I gave Bojack to actually helped me find this horse. He's a Palomino. He's 13, and he actually just got done working at a summer camp for kids, and not like a horse 4-H summer camp. This is like a summer camp for city kids in Newark who have never touched a horse in their entire life. So all that to say, he should be pretty good. I'm very excited to get to know him. I'm excited for you guys to meet him, and I have a really good feeling about him, so fingers crossed.
I have my first horse riding lesson today, and I haven't ridden a horse in over 10 years, so this is everything that I've bought. It's lightweight gloves because it's still quite warm from Amazon. Check out the little cute horse motif on them. A plain black sports top that's breathable and quick dry. A regatta outdoors gilet that's fleece and quite light but fairly warm. Some Harry Hall full seat riding breeches. Avanti leather paddock boots from Premier Equine in black leather. And of course a riding helmet by Charles Owen. I have the Kylo one.
I have the one and only 24 karat gold Labubu. Now this is real 24 karat gold, made in the form of a Labubu. Now he weighs 200 grams. It cost us £20,000 to have him made. They melted down basically gold bars and they put it into a shaper thing that was the shape of a Labubu. Obviously this little tassel here, that is just a gold bit of material, but the ring is also 24 karat gold. Now the reason we had one made into 24 karat gold is because they are going so viral all over the internet. We think that his worth will definitely skyrocket. So here he is the golden one, he is the chosen one, and he is 24 karat gold.
The latest thing on the internet is that I'm not actually a horse trainer. So here is an imaginary client horse that I just finished working with. And as you can probably see, I am completely soaked. So the rest of my clients for the rest of the day have unfortunately been rained out. So instead, we're going to go to the tack shop. So come with me to the tack shop as an imaginary horse trainer. I look really rough today, and that's because I was up really early working imaginary client horses. I am so committed to this act of fooling you guys that I'm a real horse trainer. This is method acting. I was this close to buying one of those Western bridles. I don't know who I would have put it on. I don't know when I would have used it, but it was so cool. I do need a bridle for Sly, and I was like, but like, I plan to show jump him. So anyway, let's do a little haul. It's not a very exciting haul, but as a pretend horse trainer, I just need enough props that you guys will believe my lie. We started off with a bunch of halters because I have literally no halters. I have multiple horses. Once we have a few more paddocks set up, I'm going to be taking on imaginary client horses again on property instead of just doing off-property imaginary horses. So I just need a few essentials. I have all geldings at this point, so I don't know who's going to get the pink. 3 lead ropes. I got the closest colors that I could to matching those halters, even though it is so muddy at my house that everything's going to be brown within the first time I use it anyway. A new dressage whip, because when I went to work Sly the other day, I realized I have lost my other one and I need one to imaginary train horses. The biggest bottle of shampoo I've ever seen in my life, because I'm not the only one that likes to live an imaginary life. My grey horses also like to imagine that they are brown. So I bought some shampoo to try and get some reality back in their heads. That's my little imaginary horse trainer tack haul. I hope you guys enjoyed.